All right. Welcome, guys, to our call tonight. We have Courtney on our call, and I'm super pumped to hear what she has to say. I just asked Courtney like a couple months ago if she would love to get on a call because I know you guys just would love to hear from somebody else besides myself. So if you feel like you have something to share with the team, like message me and be like, Crystal, I want to share some stuff with the team, and you can do a call too. But Courtney is very consistent, if you can tell. She's hit Success Club 10 ever since the day she started, basically. She's a diamond coach. Her team is rocking it. And she lives in Canada. She's a cat lover. She's a mom of two. And honestly, like, she's amazing. So I will just turn it over to you and you can walk it.
Awesome. Thanks. I was actually pretty excited to come up with kind of a generalized topic when Crystal asked me to do this call. I did a similar call with my coaches last week, just because I know it's definitely something that they all struggle with. So I just thought maybe if I shared it with you guys, it might help you in some way. Maybe it won't, but at least it's worth a try. So like I had mentioned, I want to kind of share the good, the bad, and the ugly. Whoever's on this call, we've basically been coaches for a little while, so you guys know how it all goes. But I find with new coaches, a lot of them kind of sign up and expect it to just all fall in their lap. And unfortunately, that's just not the way it works. I know speaking with some of my newer coaches, that's kind of their mind thought when they got into this, and they're realizing that's not the way it works. So what I did for them was I kind of went through my successes and achievements with this business since I started, and then kind of shared some of the downfalls. So I'll go through quickly, I guess, some of my, like I said, achievements that and goals that I've hit with this business. And none of this is to brag by any means, but it also helped me because when I saw it all kind of written out, it made me a little more, I don't want to say happy, but a little more excited about the stuff that I have actually done with this business. So I started coaching, it was actually the very end of August 2015. Can't believe that was 3 years ago. I hit Emerald within the first 2 weeks of signing up as a coach. I did sign up my husband. He was one of my coaches. He's no longer one of my coaches. I don't need him anymore. I also don't, I don't want to say I don't force them, but I recommend that if my coaches want to sign up their significant other, they can. Some of them don't have a significant other, so it's obviously not an option, but I don't kind of force them to do it because sometimes financially it's not feasible. Sometimes their other half just doesn't want any part of it, kind of like mine did. I hit Success Club 12 my first month of coaching. At the time, I had no idea what that meant. Looking back now, I realized that was pretty good for my first month. I hit diamond rank. I remember the day exactly because it was my son's birthday. So it was March 10th, 2016. So it was just a little over 6 months into coaching. Sorry, I'm just going to move my phone over here. My highest Success Club that I had hit was, I believe it was June 2016, and that was Success Club 28, and that was when 21 Day Fix Challenge Pack was big. There was no all access yet at that point. 21 Day Fix was my go-to. That was my program. That was what I went to. Because of that, I was actually one of the top 100 out of 400,000 coaches. Top 100 Success Club point earners that month. So I actually got a live country heat workout with Autumn in Nashville at Summit 2016. So again, at the time I didn't think much of it, but now looking back and realizing how many coaches there are and that I actually got that, that's a pretty big deal. So I was pretty proud of that. I also earned the key to the core at Summit that year. I earned a photo op with Autumn, Tony, and Darren Olean that year at Summit as well. I hit Success Club 10 All-Star in August of 2016, which is 12 consecutive months of hitting it. I hit Success Club 10 Legend August 2017, which is 24 consecutive months of hitting SC10. And then I just recently hit Success Club 10 Legend for 36 months, and that was just this past August. So next Summit Indianapolis 2019, I'll be recognized on stage for that, which is pretty cool because last year it was pretty awesome to walk across that stage. It's kind of surreal, actually. I earned the diamond bonus last year. There was two different $250 US dollars, so it ended up being a bit more Canadian, which is always nice. Bonus last year, right before Christmas, mind you. That was awesome. I don't think they're doing that this year. Are they, Crystal? I don't think so. No, haven't heard anything. I was darn. And then last year I earned for Summit the photo op with Saggy, Shailene Johnson, Joel Freeman, and Sean T. So that was pretty awesome as well. My highest Success Club points to date was this past May when 2B Mindset came out. Love me 2B Mindset. That program changed my life in every possible way, my business, my life. And I hit Success Club 40. I never ever thought that was feasible. And I remember talking with Crystal saying, you know what, I'm going to hit Success Club 40. And I thought it, but I doubted it. I doubted it the whole month. And I'm 110% serious when I say it was 9:00 p.m. on May 31st when I got the final message from a good friend who said, okay, sign me up. I literally was at Success Club 38 at 9:00 on the 31st, and I signed her up and I hit Success Club 40. So if you're sitting at SC0 on the last day of the month, you can still do it. I've done it. You can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. So those are kind of my big highlights of this business. Couple of times I've hit over $1,000 US a week. That hasn't happened often, but it has happened, and it's kind of a jump up and down scream moment because it's freaking amazing when it happens. I plan on doing that more in the future, but it's only happened a few times. But May was definitely the best month with 2B Mindset. If you're not doing that program, you got to try it. So all that amazing stuff being said, I've had some really hard times in this business too, and some things that have not gone the way I planned, some goals that I have not hit. Yeah, I hit diamond within a little over 6 months. Within, I think 3 months, I had lost that rank. So it happens to everybody. If it happens to you, you're not the first and you're not the last. I remember, I think it was a call quite a few months ago I was listening to, and maybe it was Scotty Hobbs, but he was basically, it was coaches saying that, yeah, they're a 15-star, but they're a paid 6-star. So it may look as though, yes, you've got the glory of 15-star, but you've actually dropped rank down to 6-star, and that's what your paid rank is right now. So it's not all cracked up to be what it looks like it is. It really, really isn't. And I've learned that definitely in this business. I have coaches cancel all the time, whether it's a discount coach, whether it's a building coach. I had a coach last year, Erin, that you guys know. She was like rock star, hit Success Club 16 her first month. Like, who does that? Was gung-ho and pushing for diamond, and then just a lot of family stuff happened and she quit. And I took that really hard because she was amazing, and I really thought she was just going to go really, really far. And so I took it personally. I really did. As much as you try not to, I did. And you know what? I got over it. It happens. I learned to realize that I figured for pretty much every 3 to 4 coaches I sign up, one quits. Every time you get an email that says cancellation, I just kind of roll my eyes and go, oh crap, who is it this time? Because you know what? And I just laugh because you can't stress over it, or I would have headaches all day. I didn't qualify the first year of, it was New Orleans Summit. I didn't qualify for the trainer photo ops that year. And I was really mad about that. I was like really down on myself about it because I thought I was going to get it and I didn't. And I look back now and I'm like, that was just something really stupid to be mad about. But at the time, I just wasn't able to brush it off. It was something I wanted and I didn't get it. And I was mad at myself for not getting it. Just recently, the Transform 20 group that's running right now with Sean T's new program, I wanted to qualify for that so bad. I found out from talking to Jake's story that I was 2 Success Club points away from hitting that. I hit Success Club 26, and if I would have hit 28, I would have been in the group. And I was pissed. I was crying. I was yelling. My husband didn't know what the hell was going on. But I was mad. I wanted that so bad. I mean, I'm still going to do the program when it comes out and I'm going to crush it. But I wanted to be in that group and to be like one person, 2 points away from getting in that group. I was mad. And I still kind of am. I'm not going to lie about it. I would have loved to have been in the group. But you know what? It happens, and it's not the end of the world. I've learned over the past 3 years that you can't make people want to do this business. They have to want to do it themselves. If you're a hardworking coach and you love this business and you do it every day and it's like second nature to you, you want to find those people that want to do the same thing that you're doing. Doesn't always happen, but you can't force someone to do it either. I've learned that the hard way. I've put a lot of effort into some of my coaches and it just doesn't happen. I'm consistent every single day I post. You guys know that it was a year ago this last month, September, I lost my dad. And you know what, guys? I still somehow hit Success Club 10 that month. I don't even know how, because that month was a complete blur. But I think it was about 3 days after he passed away that I didn't post anything. And people were messaging me wondering where I went, because they're used to seeing me pop up in their news feeds every day, or, going to my page to look for motivation or whatever it is. And it's amazing when you don't post for a day or two that people are actually looking for the motivation or the accountability that you give them every day. And like I said, I somehow still hit Success Club 10 that month and don't know how, but I'm consistent. I post at least once a day on Facebook. Instagram stories is now my new obsession. I post on there probably too much. Facebook is usually once or twice a day. I try not to overdo it with that, because my husband laughs and says, "Oh my God, all I ever see is you." And not that it's bad, but he's like, "Your posts are all I see pop up in my Facebook." So I told him to take me off Facebook if he doesn't like it. But I don't want to annoy the crap out of people, but you want to stick in people's minds, basically. And I have people message me out of the blue that I've never even talked to, saying, "You know what, I've seen your posts, I'm really interested. What is it that you do? Or, how can I join you?" And it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. I actually had it happen once last month as well. So I'm honest with people. I share literally the good, the bad, and the ugly of my life. I try not to post anything too negative. We all have bad days. But if I do post something negative, I try to turn it around and make something positive out of it. I share basically my story. My story is like a lot of you possibly. You start with the baby weight that won't fall off, and basically the rest is history. But I've been pretty open sharing my story with people, and I think a lot of people appreciate that, and a lot of people can relate to that. Crystal's always said from day one that people will relate to you differently. They might relate to my story, whereas someone else might relate to Felicia's story or Melina's story. Everybody's different. So not one person is going to relate to all of us, which is a good thing, because you want the people that you're attracting. Like I said, I always try to put a positive spin on it. Even when I lost my dad, I still try to basically look at the good things that now that I'm thinking of it, I don't even know what I posted, because I can't think of anything good that came out of that. But like I said, I somehow still hit SC10. But I try not to post anything too negative on Facebook. That's just me. I mean, like I said, I have bad days. Instagram stories has been more of my go-to for my life, and my crazy kids. And just this morning, having to argue with my daughter about 14 different outfit changes for picture day. But you know what? You share that with people. And I had like 4 people message me on Instagram today for that one story, saying, "Oh my God, this is my life. That's exactly what I'm going through." And you just start up conversations that way. I'm sharing my real life. I'm not being fake. I'm not, telling people that I'm doing this when I'm not. You know what? I posted today, I'm doing lift 4, and oh my God, my abs are killing me. I don't know what's going on. I did my workout on Monday and Tuesday, and then I did baby shark ab challenge thing off of YouTube that my coaches challenged us to do, and we did it, and I can't even move. My abs are killing me. I don't want to do any workout tomorrow. But you know what? I share that with people, and it makes them laugh. Whatever basically gets people's attention and makes them laugh, it makes them relate to you. So basically what I did with my coaches is I challenged them to turn a failure into a success. So an example of that is, say you're sitting at the last day of the month and you're only sitting at Success Club 2. Instead of thinking to yourself and saying, okay, this sucks. I only helped one person this month. I've only hit Success Club 2. I want you to switch that around and say to yourself, you know what? I helped save someone's life this month. And you know what? That's going to make a huge difference, and that's going to change your mindset. And as stupid as that might sound, that you help save someone's life, you know what? That could be very much be a reality, because I don't think any of us realize how much of an impact we have on other people's lives. We're not just helping them sign up with a workout program. We're actually giving them us. We're giving them us as a coach, as an ear to listen, as a shoulder to cry on if they need it. I mean, I've had one-on-one coffee dates with some of my challengers and coaches, and you know what? I've made amazing, amazing friends out of this business. And it basically goes back to one thing, and that's being consistent. People, like I said, kind of rely on me to to show up every day and do what I'm doing. And it's amazing the people that contact me when I don't show up and say, are you okay, or what's going on? Which is kind of a neat thing, because it shows that people are actually watching what you're doing. So basically, like I said, I challenge you guys to turn your failures into successes, because it makes a huge difference. Like I said, mindset wise too. Something as simple as, like I said, you only helped one person this month, switch it around to, I may have helped save one person's life this month. And that is huge, you guys. Like I said, I don't think any of us realize the impact that we actually have on other people's lives. So that's it. That's my whole spiel. Anybody have any questions?
Courtney, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. That was awesome. Thank you so much. And I mean, I can totally relate to you in so many ways as well. When you don't hit a certain goal and you're just like, holy crap, I was so close. And that is freaking awesome though. Like, you should still be so proud that you got so close to qualifying for that Sean T workout.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So be proud of that. But next time you're going to get it, right?
Absolutely.
But anyway, does anyone have questions for Courtney?
If not, that's okay too.
So Courtney, do you want to give us like a rundown on how you do marketing for each month?
Yeah, absolutely. So usually I do, well, I say usually, and I didn't last month, but I usually do at least one free group a month. I'm starting a new one next week. It's not fitness related whatsoever. And I try to do that just because I know some people are just kind of, who have followed me for a long time, are really sick of hearing about like free clean eating and fitness challenges. And as much as a lot of people like that, some people just aren't into it. And I'm trying to get more people following me and more friends at it and that type thing. So I'm actually doing one next week, never done before. And it's basically a declutter your life challenge. So I personally need it because my house is a disaster and I have like no time to clean and organize. So it's basically a 30-day group that we're doing, and I just got it off a bunch of ideas off of Pinterest. Pinterest is my go-to for all of these groups. And every day is just going to be a different challenge. I'm actually going to be doing it on my Instagram stories as well. So if you guys want to join along, feel free. Get your house cleaned up. But I always try to do at least one free group a week. My challenge groups, I usually start mid-month. We're in the third week right now of my current group. So I do one that starts usually middle of the month, 15th, 16th, that area. I usually a free cleaning or my free group, usually the first or second week of the month. And then depending, I know we're doing the coach campfire call with Missy tomorrow night, but I usually do, I have a sneak peek group, and it's basically just an open group once a month, usually the last week in the month. I basically just redo the posts and post some videos in there, kind of my story, basically what I'm going to be sharing tomorrow night on the call. Basically, I just make sure that those things are done every month. Like I said, I didn't do a free group last month. I think it just got away from me. It was a crazy month. And but this month I think it's going to be fun. I was going to do something to do with Thanksgiving because our Thanksgiving is this coming Monday, but I wanted to do something completely different that was completely not fitness related, and I've gotten quite a huge response for it. So I'm actually really excited, and I've got a lot of new people added to it. So here's hoping.
That's awesome. And I think it's a really good idea too, to just do those free groups. And I love the idea that you're posting that on Instagram as well. Are you like taking the post that you're posting into your group into like Instagram, or are you just posting like tidbits of, hey, look, today we're decluttering our closets? Are you using like a certain hashtag as well?
You know what? I haven't even thought about using a hashtag or anything like that. All I was going to do, so what it is for the group is, like I said, I just went into Pinterest and they have like 30-day declutter challenge, almost like a calendar. And so I went in and basically just cropped each day. So I've got 30 different pictures, different, like one is, you know, your car, one is a junk drawer, one is your purse, which, oh my God, is going to take me 5 days. But so it's different ones. So all I was going to do was, I'm not promoting right now that I'm going to be doing it on Instagram stories. I'm just going to start the day of and say, listen, I started this free group on Facebook. If you want to join us, that's great. But here you go. Here's your daily challenge. If you want to keep continuing, to do a challenge every day with us, you got to keep following me on Instagram stories for the next 30 days. So I'm going to post one every day when I post them in the group. And then probably, try to come up with a hashtag to go along with it, but haven't thought that far ahead yet.
That's awesome. Now, when you do your coach sneak peek, how long do you do that for? Do you do that for like 3 to 5 days, or do you just get people on the phone?
I actually do. I've done it anywhere from a day to like a week. And I find about 2 days is about the max where people start losing their complete interest in it. And then, I like to also, I learned that from Missy a long time ago, get people on the phone and try to close the deal, because that seems to be what works. And I actually messaged everybody who was in that group about the call tomorrow night, and have a lot of people interested. The only problem is that it's 10 o'clock our time when the call is. So I have a couple people, and one girl, Emily, she has been on my coach list for like 2 years now. She is like the number one person I want on my team. And she's actually going to be on the call, thank God. But there's quite a few people that want to at least listen to the recording if they can't make it on at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So that's about the only bad thing, is that it's that late. But like, I was talking with Missy today, and she said it'll be recorded, so I can just send it to them, and hopefully they'll have a look at it and ask me any questions they have. So
that's awesome. And I think one thing too that you're really well at doing is following up with people. Like, I feel like you are like a follow-up hawk. And I mean that in like a really good way. I posted a call today that I listened to from Micah Folsom, and she talks about like the power of following up with people. And I feel like it's so important, because those people, she even just like talked about like how somebody from Rona Fields had contacted her, but they never followed up with her, but she just forgot, like, mom life just kind of got in the way, and she just forgot to order until her friend reached out to her and said, hey, like, I'm selling this now. And so Micah just asked her, and then Micah at the end again forgot to purchase, and her friend just messaged her the next day and said, hey, just checking to see if you were able to place your order. And it just reminded her, oh crap, I got to do that. So I feel like that's how you get a lot of this stuff, like a lot of a lot of people too to join you is because you keep following up with them and staying like consistent with that. So that's very inspiring too.
Well, I always joke and say that I usually follow up with people until they unfriend me. But it's the truth, honestly, because it's life. I forget why I walk into a room most minutes of the day. Like I never mind trying to order something. I mean, it took me like took me 2 weeks to sign up when I did, because I kept forgetting. But it's life, and especially mom life. I mean, mom brain, oh my God, 24/7. So I follow up with people all the time. And I'm still a pen and paper girl. Like I literally have pads like those Hilroy notebooks every single month. I have a different one, and I've got millions of names, and I go through them every day and make sure that I'm not forgetting anybody, because I try not to. I make sure that they all get sick of me, and then they finally order.
Yeah, exactly. Once I was talking to somebody the other day, and actually like the bubble filling thing that I had posted on like our team page and stuff, you can actually use that for challengers too. So people that you invited to join you, and if they message you back, put their name on that paper. So you're like, there's 100 bubbles on that paper. And once you like fill that paper, like it's so easy to go back and go to row 1 of the bubbles and be like, hey, like I'm starting this group this week, like thought of you, And I also did some screenshots too of Micah Folsom's follow-up. She had like 5 different types of follow-ups that you guys can use as well. Hopefully you guys can see it, because I just kind of like screenshotted it from YouTube. But yeah, I feel like that's just a big part of closing the sale too, and just getting people in. So
yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else have any questions? Any more questions for Courtney before we end? I can't see anyone, so I'm in the car at my son's soccer game. But anyways, thank you so much, Courtney. I seriously appreciate you. I appreciate all of you for getting on this call. And yeah, don't forget, tomorrow night, Missy's call is the campfire. So invite those prospect people that are interested in coaching or that you want on your team, because it's going to be an awesome call. And I feel like the more, like Missy said, the more people that are on the call, the more they're going to see how awesome our community is and how great our team is, and just hearing different stories too will be super inspiring. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow on that call, and keep rocking it. We're at October 3rd, so we have quite a few more days of October. So you guys are awesome, and thanks again, Courtney.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks.
Okay, have a good night, guys. Bye.